What's up, everybody? I'm Jay from Leprechaun TV and your host of the Hot Seat. And this week, we're going to have some guests. Right now, we just have Big Rome's Barbecue with us, but we have some other guests popping in. Uncle Steve Shake is at another show, signing autographs, kissing the babies all over Texas still. But yeah, man, we're going to talk some Houston rodeo, Houston livestock and rodeo, which I wasn't able to make, which sucked, but maybe next year. And thank God you guys were there and going live and taking pictures and allowing us that wasn't able to be there actually get to hang out with you guys like that. We have some people that couldn't make the show. Big Kano. What's up, brother? If you're watching the replay, man, don't work too hard. And who else?
Ross Schmitty.
Yeah, Ross Schmitty. We got Chicken Fried Barbecue Bill. He's just showing up at the Austin, right? Austin Cookout.
Yeah, Austin Cookout. Obviously we got Greggy D should be coming in. Kent, Chef Johnny. I met Barton's Barbecue. I mean, there's a lot of people we met, man. It was an awesome time. So definitely want to talk about what happened out there in the rodeo, baby. Woo! Because what's up, Greggy D? What's up, brother?
What up, brother?
Hold on, I gotta run upstairs for a second. I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Yes.
So Rome, was this your first time ever going to the Houston rodeo itself?
Actually, it was. As long as I lived here in Texas, it was my first time. I'll tell you, the experience was bar to none. I'll be honest with you. I mean, I just really enjoyed, just being part of this barbecue cook-off. I've never been in a rodeo with a barbecue cook-off, all together in one. So I really enjoyed it. I've gone to rodeos here in, Fort Worth and all that, but without a barbecue cook-off. So it was a great experience. I loved it. It was cold as hell. Thanks, Greggy D, for that. Man, Greggy D brought the cold from the north up down here, man, because it was with a windshield was crazy. But luckily, Uncle Steve hooked us up with covered up tent area, and hey, man, that helped us out.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Sorry, I was late a little bit.
So when did you guys make it, Greg? When did you make it to Texas? Thursday
night.
Thursday night. So
yeah.
So Rome, how long does it take you from your house to get there?
It took me about real time 4.5 hours. Got there about 4 hours.
Well, same for me, but by plane.
By plane, right. Yeah. You had to check in. You had to do all that, and I drove all the way and drove back home. So.
Yeah.
And you guys all stayed in the same hotel, correct?
Just a few doors down from each other.
Yes, yeah, same location, right across each other, which was pretty amazing. That was pretty cool.
Yeah. So that's cool. You know what I mean? You guys could walk out and be with each other and hang out.
What's up? What's up?
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, you guys ready? You're like, yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, I'm sure that was a party in itself at the hotel. But I heard that you guys had to come together and get a shuttle to get you guys back and forth.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Oh, man.
I heard that was a savior though, because with Uber or something like that, it would have costed you guys twice the amount I heard you guys paid.
It's great that if you can find the damn thing.
On the first day, right?
Oh man! Nobody put Dutch in charge of finding the bus. Dutch cannot understand the bus driver. He's like, no, you're not gonna understand him. he's like, I just can't understand his accent. I said, give me the damn phone, Dutch. I wrestle with him for a little bit, and finally he gets me the phone. Call the guy up.
Yeah.
What, Rome
Hey,
had us
Greg.
there in like 30 seconds,
Yeah, pretty much. It was quick and
right?
easy, man. I think I think a lot of it had to do with the bus driver too. I think he was like, I've been here. No, you weren't, like there's so
Yeah.
many people out there, but
Yeah.
yeah, if it wasn't for Greggy D, he would have probably been still lost out there trying to get that damn shuttle bus.
Yeah, that second night though, that's it.
I know it's around here
We'd still
somewhere.
be out there under the bridge, trying to get the shuttle bus, going back and
Hobo
forth,
says,
getting muddy feet.
Hobo says, one bed, everybody knows the rules.
Yeah, right. Oh man,
We got some
yeah.
we got some folks in the house. We got 12 million people watching us right now. We got Skinner
Sick.
Farms, Square Table Degenerates podcast. We got Joey, Hobo, Ski Girly, Alex. What's up, Alex? We got Skip from Long's Quest. We got Wigwag Workshop. What's up, brother? That's my neighbor from Ohio. We got Brian, another neighbor from Ohio. I seen Dutch was in here earlier. Grumpus is he's still walking around the rodeo looking for the link to the hot seat. We got Canadian Jim in the house. What's up, brother?
Smoke signals. Smoke signals.
Smoke signals. We got Papa Texas popping in. What's up? He said he's eating
What's
dinner
up?
and watching. How you
Papa
doing,
Texas,
brother?
what's up,
Papa,
brother?
Texas. It was a pleasure meeting you, brother.
Same thing. Yep.
Man, you guys, believe me, it was kind of hard watching you guys without being a little jealous, to tell you the truth.
It was like a crash course in meeting everyone all at once. And
Yeah.
ramping up the relationships that you've already built online. You know,
Right.
what I mean? It's just, it takes it from 0 to 60. Like meeting Rome was like the first time. It was just like, yo, like we just met, but we just didn't. Because we already knew each other. Because
Man,
we
it
talk
was
all the time. It's just like, it's cool.
yeah, man. I think when I saw Greggy D, I was kind of like, "What's up?" That's it. It was on. Like we already knew, like it's on, baby. There was no. It's like I knew him, since the day we met, and I think that made it even better just to meet people in person. Virtually, it's been a hell of a 2 years, right? So just to finally get the opportunity to meet these great people and to see what they really are in person, I think that's the biggest part. And we're all about life of the party, have a good time, and we're also very calm and humble people and stuff. But man, we like to have a good time, especially here in Texas. And I know I know Greg D's mom was worried, but hey, he came home and he's good.
You better watch out. Those Texas guys, they get crazy. I'm like, yeah, you know anyone from Texas? No. When's the last time you've ever been in Texas? No. I just know. I'm like, Mom, watching Dallas in the 80s doesn't count. You know what I mean? Like,
hey, Big Rome, look who we got in the chat, brother.
Who we got?
We got Gabe from Joe's Meat Market.
Hey, what's up, my brother? Hey, I'm representing today, brother. Look, bam, what's up?
There we
That's
go.
my family right there, man. That's my family.
Nice.
Gabriel, love you, brother.
Hobo wants to know if Uncle Steve is currently in makeup, and that is yes.
Yeah.
He's a famous guy tonight.
he's currently, putting some Uncle Steve shake on himself right now. So
right on.
He's trying to get lucky.
I could relate to what you were saying about meeting, blindly meeting. Yeah, we can hang out like this all we want, but actually going to meeting people, you actually get a feel for if your personalities are gonna clash or get along. I've met many YouTubers. I met Josh from Skinner Farms last year at Keith Fest when we met up with Keith Bedtag, and I had a party myself, Blackstone Backyard Boogie, where people came to Cleveland and hung out with me at my house. Yeah, it's different, but
It's all
I
of a
don't know
sudden
about you
3D.
guys,
It's like
but
boom.
what you see,
Yeah.
is what you get when we meet in person. You know what I mean? This ain't no fake show of what I do. You know what I mean? I'm still this outgoing guy, smiling all the time, laughing, joking, busting chops and drinking beer.
Cheers.
We got,
It's like online relationships brought to 3D, you know?
yeah.
Yeah.
I know Friday when you guys all had finally met up at the tent, it was you two live at the same time and Kent and you guys were all in each other's face. Greg's light was in the camera of Kent. We couldn't even see Greg. It was just his light, his LED light from the phone. It was cool. You guys walking around and showing us stuff. The War Pig tents. Some of them tents had the nice face to it, like it was an actual club.
Yep.
That was pretty cool to see.
I mean, they had stages, they had screens. I mean, they had VIP. Bill Purvis, Chicken Fried Barbecue. His tent was like almost double our tent. And our tent was 100 feet by like 50. His tent had like a VIP section, a stage. Like it was just like, for me, it was my first time, not just at an event like that, but in Houston. Period. I mean, I'm sorry, in Texas. It was my first time in Texas, period. So being like overload for me for going to Texas for the first time and going to an event of this magnitude was like sensory overload for me.
Did you, Hobo wants to know if you got you a cowboy hat, one of them 10-gallon hats. Did you get
I do have a picture of me with a cowboy hat on, actually. Somewhere.
There you go. Check the
Big Rome might
interwebs
have
for the
it.
picture.
Big Rome might have that somewhere. I think I texted to you. I said only in Texas.
Yeah, I seen that picture.
That's funny. But that was cool. You know,
shit.
Friday night was like your guys's let loose. Let's get to know each other and have some fun the night before the big show. You know what I mean? Obviously, it was probably a different vibe. The Friday night vibe, you know what I mean? You got people showing up. It was cold and it still was over 100,000 people on Friday night, which is crazy. That's got to be a huge spot where that was held for 100,000 people, 100,000 plus people being all in the same place at the same time. That had to be good for surrounding areas. Also for businesses, you guys did go out to eat. What was that you guys were eating?
Which one? Truth Barbecue?
There was the Truth Barbecue, and there was a seafood spot, correct?
I went. Yeah, we went to a seafood spot, and then I had the opportunity to go to Snow's, and Greggy D told us a story, and I wish I was there. So,
I talked to him the night before, and I was like, "Are you guys going to be going? Are you guys going to be coming in the morning?" They were like, "I don't know. They're supposed to go out." And you guys weren't having it, and then Dutch was going to go, and then he went, and then he bailed last minute. So I didn't want to wake these guys up. It was a late night. I was like, I don't know. So then I just left. I just didn't want to miss Snows. So I didn't. I had to go. These guys can drive down anytime. I can't. So I drove 2 hours west, outside of Houston into Lexington, in the middle of the boondocks. Cows everywhere, like so many. I'm always like, oh, they're going to run out of briskets? No way. No one's ever run out of briskets. There's enough brisket along that highway alone to feed half this country. All right? There's so many damn briskets. I'm like 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. Oh my God, they're everywhere.
Plenty of prime briskets out there.
I'm like, holy shit.
Hobo wants to know were any sheep harmed during the weekend? And Cooking with CJ says, Hobo asked it, we were thinking it.
CJ. Oh shit! No, that was fun though.
But
It was.
so
It was,
you out of the
was
blue,
good.
out of the blue, you just jumped in the car and went 2 hours out of your way.
Yep, he did.
6:30, 6. It was like 6:15. I left at like 6:20 in the morning. I was like,
What? There was nothing local.
that was the
You
plan.
had to drive 2 hours.
I told everybody that was the plan. It wasn't secret. Everybody knew what I was doing.
So,
and I ate for half an hour. I hung out with Clay Cowgill, who works with Tootsie. So I got to hang out with him for a bit. He come out, he ate with me for a while. We chatted. Gave him a hat, by the way. Nice hat, my man. Nice hat, Big Rome.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. And then we ate. I hung out. I grabbed some merch, and then I drove 2 hours back to Houston.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. The seafood joint.
I don't have that opportunity.
Yeah. Joey wanted to know how much
the seafood joint.
Dallas Fort Worth area. You guys were way away from that, right? Rome?
From where?
These guys
from
came
where?
from Dallas.
Yeah,
Rome came from the Dallas area.
Yeah, Dallas area.
Yeah.
So it's about 4.5 hours.
Yeah.
45 all the way.
Mm-hmm.
Then we took the 610 to hit that hotel. So
okay.
Yeah, but I'll tell you this, man, it was worth the ride, man. I mean, from getting there to finally feel like we're coming home, because it was very tiring, staying up and doing it 2 days in a row. We really enjoyed it, but it was great to come home after a great time and being with our barbecue brothers. I think that's what kept us awake, man. I mean, meeting new people. Man, we met some great people in the competition world. Yeah, we even got like a VIP access to one of the tents from one of the guys that I wanted to see for a long time. We talked over the phone all year, like, hey, what's up? What's going on? This and that. One of the guys that I met was Robert Sierra. He's from SNS. He's a competition team guy. He's a legend in his own when it comes to barbecue comps and South Texas, Central Texas area. And for him to come see us, for him to call and says, no, Big Rome, I'm going to go see you guys. That was an honor to me because, that just tells us how connected we are in the barbecue community. And just to have that connection to really know that even though we didn't know each other in person, we knew each other virtually, we still had a connection somewhere. And, we went over there to the Mexican international team. So Team Mexico, they won 3rd place overall. We went in there. They said, hey, come with us. We'll let you in. I'm like, what do you mean? And, Greggy D was there with us. Come on, let's go, And, I mean, they let us into their VIP room that they had. And it was amazing to see the chants and the cheers and everything that was going on in there.
The vibes.
The energy the vibes.
Was amazing.
Oh, my goodness, man. It was just – I was pumped up. And Big Kano was like the guy that told me, hey, did you see the international team from Mexico? I said, no, I haven't seen it. Look, they're here. And I said, oh, we got to go see them. And this opportunity came out of nowhere for us to actually go visit and go into the tent and go cheer for them and take pictures with them. And it was just amazing, man. It was enjoying. I think in the end, I ended up like even doing a cheer that we do is like, ole, ole, ole. And man, everybody started doing it.
Yeah.
It was amazing.
It was fun. It was awesome.
It was awesome, man. And, and we met some other great, other competition teams like Clarence. Kent walked us through seeing Clarence there. And, man, awesome,
CJ,
humble guy.
Yep.
Yeah, CJ, man. He was awesome, man. Get to know him and give him a hug, to finally meet him in person. Man, it was just amazing. And then for him to take home the RGC, that just, man, just put the, the sugar on the cake, baby. It was just, wow, this is amazing. So
I don't know where you guys were at that point, but I got to go. I actually got over, was able to go over with Daddy Dutch and Uncle Steve and do a couple shots with CJ.
Wow,
he broke
awesome.
Open he broke open some aged bourbon or some cognac or something. I don't even know what it was. It was delicious. It burnt my throat nice, and it was He's been waiting for a while, and he for a special occasion. I got a little sip of that stuff. I'm
Nice,
blanking on
nice.
what it was, but it was delicious.
Right. Oh,
And it's
that's
just
awesome.
to have that all, just to have that, to be able to that these guys just share these moments with guys that they really don't even know, right? Um, it just means a lot. Like that's the barbecue brotherhood right there, and that because that inspired me. I'm sure it inspired Rome to be able to chant with those guys. Inspired me to be able to hang out with both of these like champions in their own right. Makes me
Oh
want to
yeah.
do better. Makes me want to go. Makes me want to level up.
True.
We're
Yep.
gonna level up,
Exactly.
right? Let's go. Let's
Yeah,
level
yeah.
up.
I mean,
That's how I feel.
I think that even with us walking, we saw Bill Parvis. He just stopped and just started chatting with us, and having a good conversation and talking about his rub, and he's talking to all of us. He was glad to meet all of us, as brothers and everything, and just the humbleness he had, while we were having that conversation. I mean, he was supposed to leave already, right? He just passed by, and he still stuck with us for about another 30 minutes, just to chat with us,
Yeah.
get to know us in person. So I really enjoyed that time with Chicken Fried Barbecue. And that was another guy that I would talk over the phone. He was one of the guys that inspired me to do a competition, in I think it was the year before last year, and gave me some tips. And I was able to walk away at least top 20 on a chicken. And he told me, "Hey, man, this is what you need to do to make it happen." And just to give me those tips to be successful in that barbecue competition, I thanked them for that. I told him, like, "Man, Bill, thank you for this. I wouldn't have hit that 20 without, your knowledge of what to expect." In the end, it was all about the cook, right, to get it done. But, man, without those little hints and tricks to, at least be top 20, man, it was an honor to kind of thank him in person for what he did for us. So I really appreciate that with Bill Parvis. And we also got to meet Dan Arnold, also from Suckerbusters.
Yeah.
I know, man, he's known in Texas. Another humble guy. This guy, I've been dealing with him for the last over 2 years now. He's part of him helping us create our Texas Barbecue Chapter Rub, and for him to be out there and get to meet us in person. He wanted to hang out a little bit more, but he was so busy doing a charity with Karma Q and the team there, and he was cooking. He was getting his hands dirty to raise money to give to those in need, kids in need. So, I had a conversation with him about what he was doing, and, get to know that he's doing good things out there also, giving back in the community. So Dan Arnold was great. We also got to meet Matt Pittman. So Greggy, he was kind of like reaching out to me, said, "Hey, I see a pit." I said, "That's got to be, Matt Pittman's pit. I'm gonna go see him."
I saw the meat. I saw
The
the
meat
meat.
church.
I seen him on Facebook. And I was
Right.
like, oh, I wonder. And then I was like, it was tagged Houston, and I was like, oh, I wonder if he's cooking or if it's just his team or if he's there or not. So I went over and checked it out, and he was there. I was texting
Yeah, he
these
was
guys.
there.
I was like, yep.
Yeah, he texted me,
there.
goes,
Come on,
"Hey,
bud."
he's here. Come over here." I'm like, "All right, let's go." We went over there. Hey, we went over there, and he totally recognized a few of us barbecue brothers, obviously, because we're known. They know who we are and all that. And for him to stop and go around and actually go down with us and shake our hand, give us a hug.
That
I
was
mean,
cool.
that was cool as hell, man. To me, it was an honor to even meet the guy too. So he's big in the barbecue community. Everybody knows who this guy is. He's sponsored by like everybody, even the Millers. Miller Lite.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah, oh yeah,
Miller Lite?
Yeah.
oh yeah, oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeti,
Yeti,
Miller, and
Traeger,
he's
Grills.
and he's been a guest on Pit Life too.
Yes, he was. Yeah, he was.
He was a guest last year. What's up, Grumpus?
Hey, Greg, Big Rome, what's up, man?
Hey, man. Hey, we made it. We made it.
You made it back alive. The question is, do you remember any of it?
Yes, of course, of course. Hey, I had to burn that alcohol somehow.
I got to tell you, these guys right here made me feel so old.
Well, So what are you saying? You didn't get on the
They
dance floor?
they were smoking. They were smoking the dance floor.
And that's one of my questions.
funny.
Is I heard this guy brought some dancing shoes.
Man, I looked
Over here.
I looked
Right
over
here.
there. I looked over there a couple of times.
guy,
It was just a
right.
big circle that was open, and he was in the middle of it.
Oh,
So my question, were you able to like request songs from a DJ, or you just went with the flow what they were playing? Bro,
Yeah,
'cause
we-
I know your music.
Javier was
I know
good.
your music, and it kind of is like my style. We'd be out there breakdancing.
oh
You know what
yeah.
I mean?
So
Some
so
80s
I don't.
hip-hop stuff.
Yeah. We didn't even have to. I didn't even have to do the request. They automatically put the song out, and I was like, okay,
They
it's
did.
my time. And it was funny because I said, man, I'm gonna go out over there and just dance my alcohol away. You know, that's kind of how I wanted to do it. And what's it called? I remember Chef Johnny come up to me and say, hey, you don't, guys don't dance. And I told Chef Johnny, yeah, we don't. We boogie. I went straight to the dance floor, and hey, I started
I
pop
love
locking, baby. You know.
Yeah, that was good, man. That was fun. 5 years ago, I if it was 5 years prior, I'd be able to break dance still. No more break dance. I hurt myself too much
Right.
now.
I
I'm past the
actually
limit.
tried to do the
45 is the cutoff.
earthworm. I tried to do the earthworm on camera, and I about broke my back. So when I went like this, I felt the vertebrae go. It cracked out.
Oh boy.
Like a row of dominoes.
Yeah.
Hey,
Right.
Hey, I'll tell you this though. The next morning, I felt like I was like 80 years old, man. My knees were giving out. Whew.
Yep.
Yeah.
I felt it big time.
Yep.
But you have to burn the alcohol somehow. I wanted to make sure that I was good to go,
Oh yeah,
which I was. So
You're
I
dancing
think
for medical reasons.
yeah, man, burn it out. And good thing it happened because those 2 days, no hangover, no nothing. I just back to normal, drink more water, and I was good to go.
Well, let me just say while I got a chance, it was great meeting you two,
Yeah. Same.
and it was great.
It was a pleasure meeting you,
Being
brother.
able to shake y'all's hand and put the face with the names.
Absolutely.
Hey, same here, Grumpus. Same here.
Yep.
So with your guys is walking around and meet church and Dan Arnold, Sucklebusters, and the other teams. Did you
Grand
guys get
champions.
any of their rubs? Did you guys get any like sample? Were they giving out sample packs or anything like that? Like each team have like somebody outside of the tent.
No. There was a guy named Big Rome passing out stuff. I don't know who it was.
I'll tell you this. I got two of my favorite rubs.
Yeah, I got a little rub too.
And TVCAP.
Yeah.
And they're both good. I do have them myself,
Got
Greg.
some Big Kano.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
have the
Big
big
Kano
Kanos
rubs.
yet. Yeah, I don't have the Kanos yet, but
I
The
got the
Schmitty
Mad Max.
sauce.
I got that.
that's what I
I got
want.
the Mad
right there.
Max 1 and 2. The Schmitty sauce was legit.
The
Yeah,
Mad Max had the Mad Max, baby.
Yep.
Yeah, I got to get me some of that.
Hey, this right here, I'm gonna
Mad
tell you
Max is
something.
good.
This Mad Max, I mean, this is like it's in your kitchen type of seasoning. But man, I'm gonna tell you, man, I've been throwing this on ribs, mix it in with mine, mixing with the chapter, the
Is that
Kanos.
number one or number
Uncle
one or
Steve,
two? Is that
number one. And man, it just goes with everything. It blends very well with all the meats. So, man, I support all of them, man. I just kind of go out there and say, man, let me try this one out. Let me try this one out. And hey, Greggy D, I love the NEP too, brother. I still got it, baby.
Nice. Yeah. We're about to
Rumor
follow
has
that.
it.
We just got
Rumor has it, right?
Yeah. Well, we just got the labels finished today. So we're
Yeah,
almost-
man. That's
we're
what I
almost
was
there.
about to
Samples
say.
done, labels. Yep.
Yeah.
So
But I'll tell you,
NEP's
so
gonna have a rub.
all the seasonings, we're going to. One second, I'll check this out. When I came home with those rubs, on that note, my wife tasted all the rubs. I came home with 8 pounds of rub because I had to take it out of my suitcase because I went I went to Texas with a 43-pound suitcase, and I came home with a 60-pound suitcase. So I had to go to the repacking station and take out 8.5 pounds of rub, put it in my backpack. And get back there, I was still 2 pounds over, and the lady's like, "I'll let you go."
It'd been cheaper to mail it.
Bring it. Yeah, it was crazy. So I had a lot of stuff. My wife comes home. She opens up all the rubs, tastes them all. She keeps Mad Max's 1 and 2 upstairs in her spice cabinet. I said, "Yo, I'm missing 2 bottles." She goes, "Oh, the Mad Max 1 and 2?" I go, "Yeah." She goes, "I could do something with those. I like those." And so she took them. The wife took them from me. I mean, I'll grab them at some point, but
yeah, she got to share.
She really liked the Mad Max ones. Yeah, they're friggin' delicious. Yeah, New England Pitmaster is coming out with. We've been working on a kind of like an all-purpose rub, and yeah, we're about to get that thing bottled soon. So
Fantastic,
in the
man.
making.
Can't wait to
yeah.
get another bottle of that, man. That's gonna be badass.
I might.
I think
testing the waters on the rubs myself. I'm thinking SPG with the LEP. You know, something on that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Something all purpose, because I love the Sazón. That is one seasoning that I do use a lot, that and adobo. So if I make it like an in between there, adobo, pepper, and Sazón, I'm good to go. You know what I mean? It'll be something I would use on the daily. What, you know what I mean? I'd shake it on popcorn or you know, just stuff like that, you know, just like you can with the Uncle Steve shake, you know what I mean?
Right. Yeah, man. I'll tell you.
I did chicken thighs today with the Sazón. Me and Crawdaddy did chicken thighs with the Sazón today.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's nice. It's light colored. We talked about this, right? With the garlic and the salt and the chilies. So you can put it over that comp chicken, that color that you're looking for. It won't be too heavy on the pepper. Still keep your chicken light. So when you dip it, you have that nice mahogany color. It won't get too dark. It's not so high in sugar where the sugars will burn on it either, which is nice. So
I appreciate that, brother.
That's what I like about it.
Yeah, I appreciate that. I did see the video at the New England Pitmasters page, man. And this is another thing I wanted to bring up, man. You know, just to bring 2 barbecue groups out there and to do this collaboration and just get to know that other barbecue groups can be together. It doesn't have to be a competition. It's, you know, we're back and forth. I've been watching Texas Barbecue page, and there's people coming in, and they're from, how did you know about the page? New England Pitmasters. I'm like, holy, there's people coming into the page too. So they're now noticing that, and I'm sure that there's members going to your page right now, Greggy D. And you know,
we've helped each other grow. Yeah, we help each other grow. I've tried to add some people already. And as I said, added by Big Rome 2 months ago, added by Big Rome 2 days ago, added by Big Rome 23 minutes ago. Like we help people grow. You know, I think what it is we share, our groups share the same philosophy when it comes to just the sense of community that we want to have and that we want to run. It's no bullshit. No one's bashing each other. Everyone's there to help each other, and we're there to help each other grow as a community. You know. So. That was that, like you said, that was fun to get the 2 groups together.
And coming soon, man, we're thinking of doing some more together. So me flying out over there or doing where we have a bigger group, and man, we're gonna make it happen. I think that there's something good gonna happen within this stuff, and it's just gonna bring the barbecue community together in the South and in the North. And hey, say that, you know what, this is what makes barbecue family, you know. So
that's right.
You're very right, because being up here in the North, you know, it took a lot to break my way through to the Texas barbecue community, with me not being a barbecuer per se. Like my channel name is Leprechaun TV. Don't have nothing to do with barbecuing. I work, all my work was on the Blackstone, you know, so I was the short order cook hanging out with everybody, but I built relationships and friendships, and now we're family.
Hey, it's all still in pencil.
Yeah, I'm sure if they're up in the northern parts around in Ohio, we're gonna hang out. You know what I mean, and vice versa. If I'm down south, we're gonna hang out. My one of my goals is to get to Chef Johnny's house with that pool. Man, I want to go down that slide and just soak up the Texas sun in that pool, man.
Yep. Yeah, man. Well, now everyone's seen how much fun we had this year. So they everybody want to go next year. People are going to be saving that date. I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we got messaged
Right?
already, man. They're like, "Oh, we're all going." I'm like, "How many?" So, oh man, it's gonna be crazy next year.
When Uncle Steve invites you to Houston, you go to Houston.
When he speaks, you
Period.
listen.
Yes.
That's it.
Sure.
Hey, Uncle
Go to-
Steve is
go
the
to
man. Uncle Steve's the man.
100%.
Period. That guy is
To Uncle Steve.
humble.
And
He's fun.
What an amazing host,
To Uncle
Oh
Steve.
man, Uncle Steve, baby.
Uncle Steve.
Cheers.
Uncle Steve, baby.
He'll be popping in here shortly, probably. But we got Frack Daddy, another Texas barbecue guy. Frack
What's
Daddy.
up, Frank Daddy?
What's up, brother?
He has seen Chef Johnny's a pool. Grumpus, have you
I've been out there. I've
Yes.
been out, Chef Johnny.
Yep,
Nice.
yep.
And I'll tell you
Yeah,
what,
Frank Daddy, man, it's good to hear that you're back in doing some cooks and videos again, brother. I know you've been down for a little bit, but I'm glad to see you back, brother.
yeah, Chef Johnny is the same in real life as you see on the screen. He just down to earth. He's one of them guys that give you shirt off his back if you ask him.
For sure.
Yep.
Good people for sure.
Although I gave him a hat, and he let his dog chew it to death.
Did he tell you his dog needed a hat?
Post? You see his fucking latest Instagram post, Rome? That hat
No.
right there that Rome is wearing. I brought one out for Johnny, the chef. He just go look at your Instagram. He posted it. He tagged me, and I guess his puppy had at it, man.
Oh
Fucking
man.
puppy had at it. Things all rims chewed. The back strap is all chewed up. It's going in the smoker.
And it's all because of the language barrier.
Oh man.
It's probably smelled the barbecue.
Probably smell like head cheese or something.
Head cheese. Oh man. Yeah, that thing's gone.
Right
But,
on.
that's all right.
Oh, and here he is, the man of the hour.
There he is.
What's up, my fellows?
What's up, Uncle Steve, my brother?
I'm sorry that took so long. I never knew Chef Johnny could talk that much.
Oh yeah.
But don't tell him I said that. 'Cause, how we doing this evening?
Man, I'm feeling better now.
Excuse me. I'm sure y'all have talked about Houston, and I want to tell you, I was disappointed.
No.
Only because everybody that showed up for the invitations loved them, loved hanging. The only thing I was disappointed in was there were a few that got invited that couldn't show up and couldn't make it. And I would have loved to see them too. You grizzly whiskered, where are you? Where can I point at you? You right there, you little tickle. Rome, it is always great being around Rome. Greg is just one of a kind. I love walking around the park. You know, you got to be careful of those buckle bunnies. We had a real good time. Grumpus I've seen before, and always love being around him. So I will say, y'all probably said
amazing host.
Well, Houston is different from anything else. It is a cook-off of its own, and you can. I mean, I look back now and I'm like, God, can we do it again tonight? Can we do it? You know, and I look forward to next year because we're going to have a bigger group, a better group, and hopefully more stories. Papa Texas stayed with me. I wish I could show you a picture of the bedroom he had. He had a choice of the pink bunk beds or the rainbow unicorn room.
Oh man!
And because all I have are little girls, and he picked the rainbow unicorn room. But
I knew it. I knew it.
Yeah,
I would have went with rainbow unicorn as well.
That explains a lot right there.
but I got to tell you, it was outstanding. And to have someone that's kind of in our circle do so well at it. And I was just, I jumped over, and I apologize for being late, but we're talking with CJ about his reserve grand champion, having someone that's kind of in our group, in our circle that we know, that's a friend, score so high, win so much, which, to be honest, there's a whole lot of real good people in our group that if doing it would score that high. But to have him up there, it just kind of brought everything together. It kind of made the success. Our team didn't score as high as I wish they would have. But then again, it's a contest of the bite. It's not, you see these cooks on people do a video and you're like, that is the best brisket I've ever seen in my entire life. That must be perfect. Or the chicken, that's 180 right there. That is perfect chicken. But it comes down to the bite. And you could have one little spot on a brisket that when they cut and they bite and it didn't fit right in their mouth, you're done. And so, for everything to work out perfect like that, it really is. The competitions like that are competitions of the bite.
Yep.
But I felt so lucky to have everybody come out, the friends. And that's why I said disappointed. Would have loved to see some more as COVID passes. And again, if I can sell a bunch of shake this year, I'll be able to do another big package next year. So I'm looking forward to it. Looking forward to it.
Yep.
Hey, so Uncle
Absolutely.
Steve, can you tell us a little bit about the tent, who you were working with, and who was running the operation, and how you fit in, and the other businesses all came together for the one tent? So
I've been with that group. I've been with that same group 25 to 30 years. It changes on the outskirts, but some of the main people run it. A gentleman by the name of Steve Gordon is our booth director. He's also on the board of directors for Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo. He's worked his way up. His wife doesn't see him the month of February because he's constantly doing something. But I've been with that group for a while. We've had these cookers that we have this time for about 5 or 6 years. We'd have teams before that. We'd have 2 or 3 years here, 2 or 3 years there. And then we'd have to change. But these same guys have been with us for a while. They're related to some of the others that help run the booth. I've actually kind of pulled back. I used to go out there and help set up, help clean up, help break down. Now with my daughters, Sunday morning is tough for me. So I've almost evolved into a little bit more of a check writer and a gift giver. Get out there and we'll put our banners up. The way our booth runs is that for a booth of our size, which is a 3-space booth, Greg, we went by that one booth that I kind of sponsor. That's a 1 space.
Okay.
But we're a 3-space. We're the 3 or 4. We rent the space from the rodeo. We buy our electricity from the rodeo. We buy our beer from the rodeo. We buy all kinds of the amenities from the rodeo. That's how they make their money for the kids. So we'll go out and we'll get sponsors everywhere from $1,000 to higher up, which I was a higher up this year just because we didn't do it last year. I had a lot of extra money that I'd already paid last year. Excuse me, in the pot. So for the sponsorship, you'll receive a certain number of passes for Thursday night, a certain number for Friday night, and a certain number for Saturday night. And that's why I was on everybody that I invited out to kind of give me a night so I could space them out. I think I had either 30 or 40 passes for Thursday night, 65 for Friday, 65 for Saturday. So you break it down, it's between 50 and 60 bucks a pass. And we're one of the more inexpensive booths.
Okay.
Greg, the big one that I took you by, Bottomless Pit, I want to say they run about $100 a pass, but they have a massive space. They have live music every single night, not just like a guy on a guitar going, stage, big bands, lighting, video,
screen, like, oh my God, it's like
budgets for those. If I were to guess, and I'm not a good money guesser, I'd guess the budget for those, too easy. 200K, possibly 300, depending on what they put through there, and it's all paid by sponsors. Yep. With ours, I'm not even sure of the budget because I don't want to know because I'm cheap. I'm a penny pincher. Just give me that dollar back. And we have a good budget for ours, and we don't have live music. We have a DJ. We have a big bar. We have a good setup going. Our booth I'm proud of because you come in there and you're there 15 minutes and you feel like you're home. You feel like you've been there for months. Every year, over and over. We don't have any strangers. So, and yet, we're running 300 people a night. And this year, because it was so cold, everybody stayed inside and drank liquor. You remember, Greg, I told you, hot nights, they go through the beer. Cold nights, they go through the liquor. And I went up on Sunday. I felt bad. I left Papa Texas at the house. I went up there on Sunday to kind of try to show my face and help clean up. And I mean, there was nothing left drink-wise.
Wow.
We hammered it out.
Those Jello shots, they had a refrigerator full of Jello
thousands and thousands of Jello shots.
At the end, the guy, if you were just in line getting a drink, the bartender, the guy behind the bartender, he'd just go look at you and go, and then he'd just toss them. And he'd be like, how many? And we'd be like, 8. And then you open your shirt, and they just all like follow your shirt. Jello shot. You want like Oprah giving out cars. You got one, you got one, and you got one. One for you, one for you, one for you, and one for you.
Well, and for the young ladies, we also have the whipped cream shooters. So they had a big shooter bottle. They'd go home and give you a whipped cream shot, which was loaded with some kind of alcohol,
You act like you didn't have one. I had one of those.
I have to be careful. I'm wearing my own stuff on my shirt there. But we had a neat little photo booth, and all the photos come to me, and I go through and edit them. And I actually had to delete 2 or 3 this year.
Oh yeah.
I deleted them though. I didn't keep them.
Can you send anything?
Was it
well, just some skin shots and things. And, I will say, and I'll make this story quick. I don't want to draw it out. So I have the side story. Divorced 3 years ago. I don't date much right now. I take care of my 3 daughters. But Friday night we were out there, and this one particular girl started play flirting in the way that a young girl flirts with an old man, because she knows he's too old to worry about, and he knows she's too young to worry about. And y'all won't get that. Grumpus, you might, but y'all won't get it because you're not old enough yet. I hear you. But, so I flirted back, and at the end of the night, she came up, and I'd already said, well, I'm divorced 3 years. I don't date much. So she came up, put her hand over my mouth, and gave me a big fat kiss. And I said, man, that's the closest I've been to kissing in a while. Which is it? But you got to play the story.
You got to tell them.
Anyway, she gives me 2 big kisses on the cheek, there and there. I'm like, all right, I'll play that. So the next night she comes back, and I already told all her friends that I was going to do this, and they were laughing. She came out, and I came out and said, listen, in a straight face, said, man, those kisses, because she had a couple and so did I, those kisses really they kind of hit me here. And well, to be honest, those some of the first real kisses I've had in a while, if you call them the cheek. And listen, I was wondering if, and I'd pause and I'd fidget a little bit. And I said, I'm wondering if you want to sleep with me? And she goes, And her friends started cracking up. And I said, well, yeah, I mean, it's been a while. I got a couple of kisses on the cheek. You want to sleep with me? I reached in my pocket and pulled out an Uncle Steve pillowcase because I have pillowcases with my big shake face on them. I said, you have been so sweet. Let me just give this to you. Thank you so much. It's been so, and of course she opened it up and it was hilarious and her friends were rolling and laughing.
Oh, that's great.
I said,
Beautiful.
So I played it a little bit, but it's fun stuff like that. We have a fun booth with lots of good stuff going on.
Yeah.
Right. And
that's a brilliant idea.
40 feet by 120 feet.
Greg, what are you guessing? Because you go out.
It was about 100 by 40 or 50. Yeah.
Yeah. Because we
like
have the inside tent.
You can have a whole wedding under it in their party.
Oh yeah, it's a big wedding tent.
I got married under a tent like that.
And then we have our the back porch area where all the cooking's going on.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
so yeah, between 100 and 120 by about 40 to 50, right in there.
Yeah.
And of course, now you get in there, you stick some tables, a DJ, and 300 people plus in there. And no one's leaving because it's so cold outside. It was a cold and windy and just ugh. And that's for me. Now I know Greg loved it. He was probably sweating, but
it was cold even for me that first night on Thursday. Mm-hmm. It was less busy, but it was cold and wet, and it helped having a row of outhouses in there though. That was a game changer.
Oh yeah.
That was good. It was like having bathroom on demand was.
Well, yeah. All the booths have their own porta potties. Yeah.
Nice.
Depending on how many you need. They also have banks of them outside. Every booth has its own police officer or police officers.
Two.
Depending on the side.
Yep.
Just monitoring who comes in and out.
Okay.
Well, let me just throw it out there. Friday night, Daddy Dutch running around in a T-shirt.
Oh, yeah. He was running around in a T-shirt going.
And Crocs.
This is nice. And I'm thinking, no.
Yeah, it was good to see everybody live, but I noticed everybody was bundled up, and I was like, well, ain't no different. Actually, I think one of the days that week, we up here in Cleveland, Ohio, we were actually warmer than practically all of Texas.
Yeah,
I'll tell you what, it was colder than a mother-in-law's chair.
Yeah. Well, Lep, I'm really hoping the next year when it comes along, you'll be able to make it.
Oh,
I think
sure.
Part of it was nice is that all those guys stayed at the same hotel. So they got to spend more time with each other. They got to bump with, breakfast together. Didn't y'all go to Truce?
Yeah.
And that is a real treat on some of the specialty places like that. That is a real treat.
Absolutely.
Didn't you all Snows also?
Yeah, Greggy D did.
Didn't go. Oh,
I did.
Okay.
Yep.
Did you?
Yes, I did.
Wow.
2 hours and 2 hours back and forth myself.
Yeah.
Me and
so you made the best of it.
Me and my Honda Accord rent a car.
with a Massachusetts license plate. With a Massachusetts license plate.
Out of all the cars they could have given me, they give me Massachusetts license plates. Like people just on my ass riding me the whole time as if they don't. I'm like, I don't want them to know I'm from Massachusetts. Why couldn't they give me a damn Texas or California?
No, they should have painted a big target on the back of your car.
Every minute I was on the highway, I was getting just ridden, grinded. 2 open lanes this way, 2 open lanes this way. Pass me. I'm going 80. Grind.
80, you were holding everybody up.
I was going to say, come on now. That's school zone speed limit around here there, brother.
My mother was right. You guys are crazy.
Yeah.
You in the fast lane doing 80. What's the matter with you?
Yeah.
Middle lane going 80. It was like 70 miles an hour. I was cruising.
Hey,
you know, the little
Greg.
thing doesn't go much faster than that. Those little Honda Accords. Yeah.
did you get a Prius for the rental car? Was it a Prius?
It's a Honda Accord.
Yeah.
So,
Might as
yeah,
well
we're
been a
rolling up.
Prius.
We're rolling up on the hour. I appreciate everybody coming, hanging out. We're gonna go around the horn and let everybody, the 21 million watching, what you got coming up on your channel, your Facebook groups or whatever, and we'll start with you, Rome.
What's it called? What's coming up? April 2nd, we have a Highgate Crawfish Fest, which we'll be smoking some meats, and this is through Texas Barbecue Chapter, and all the money that's being donated, we're giving back to VROC, which is the Veterans Resource Outreach Center in Rowlett, Texas. So we always love to give back to the troops. So that's going to be our first big main event that we're going to be doing. So we're going to have crawfish. We're going to have some good meats. All the meats are given through Joe's Meat Market for us to smoke out there, for us to do our thing to give back to the community. So April 2nd, stay tuned. We'll be doing a lot of live videos on that. Of course, we've been doing it for the last couple of years. I've been doing this personally for the last 7 years. So, hey, stay tuned.
Right on. Greg, what you got,
Awesome.
brother?
Yeah, so we said earlier that we got the New England Pitmaster rub, the all-purpose rub that we're going to be bottling shortly. We just finished the labels on that, so keep an eye out for that. The barbecue broker sauce. I got my barbecue sauce that I've been working on and working with the co-packer. So I hope this year, sooner than later, we get the barbecue broker sauce out. It's in high demand in these parts, I'll tell you. People like it. So that brings me to my pop-up. We got, if you're local, if you're around in the Boston or New England area, we're gonna have a pop-up coming up Friday, April 8th. It's gonna be at the Elks in Woburn, and it's gonna be all you can eat barbecue, DJ, cash bar, and maybe a raffle surprise. So
Cool.
that's all I got.
Grumpus, you got anything?
No, I'm just waiting for the weather to break so I can get back to the YouTube grind.
Right on.
I try to keep everything scheduled in pencil. While I've got the floor, though, I just want to raise a glass to Uncle Steve. Invite me out, and your hospitality is top notch. I'll be enjoying your rubs all season.
Man, that's great. That's great. Thank you, sir.
What you got, Steve?
Yeah, I'm probably gonna go to the bathroom right after this, and then get online, and I'm gonna order some more pillowcases. See where that gets me. We're on a continual roll. We're continuing to push out the seasonings. We dropped our sauce, and it's the sauce is one of those things that I'll hype it a little bit, but I don't know if it's outstanding. I don't know if it's average. I don't know what it is. All I know is I love it. And this is one of the first things that I put out that I don't care who else likes it or loves it or hates it or can't live without it. I love it. And so I'm gonna make it in whatever demand. We're gonna put out some more batches probably this weekend. And so we're doing that. I'm working on getting everything in order. Between that and juggling my 3 babies and trying to stay skinny, trying to find a nice lady to kiss me on both cheeks, I'm just having fun. That we're getting out of pandemic. People are starting to get back to their lives. For me, I'm starting to get back to a focus, and it's starting to feel like I'm living again. Not that I wasn't. It's just. During pandemic, we're almost living day to day. Then it kind of stretched out to week to week. Well, now I can live, I can plan ahead, I can enjoy it. And, I know there's a lot of the people in my boat. So, and I will tell you, part of it is this whole group here, Big Rome and the guys up there. If I had to choose something to cuddle up with right now, it might be Big Kano's beard. That's the softest beard I've ever rubbed on.
That dude. That dude was rivaling. That dude was rivaling Rome in the circle.
The fact that he took off his thong and put on some big boy panties and came out to cook off this year, I'm so proud. And it was so, but meeting all you guys, you know, that I consider you my friends. You know, I consider people I can call. And I don't have to worry about y'all calling me asking to borrow money. So that's the best kind of friends you can have. This is you know, I've heard people talk about a barbecue journey. This is a trip. It's more like a vacation. I've loved every minute of this and will continue to as long as I can. And y'all are on. I'm just glad that our barbecue paths and journeys have all crossed and passed and intermingled and did all that kind of stuff. So I love you guys.
I love
and,
you.
Y'all keep your lips to yourself, but I love you.
Yeah.
Mount up, baby. Mount up.
Steve, real quick, when can the fans of Uncle Steve Shake expect the sauce to hit the website?
It's online now. It's online now.
Okay. Right.
I put it out during the cook-off.
Okay.
Of course, I have none left in the box. And that's everything. I got all my supplies in over this week. So if somebody orders it, their order might be a day late because I'm having to get it all done and take care of everything. But it's there. It's there to order. So
it is delicious. I'd say that.
It's called the sauce with no name because it's not a bona fide barbecue sauce. It could be anything. It gets in anything sauce.
It complements your rubs.
Like I said, I love it. So yeah, compliments is because it's made out of them.
Yep.
Right.
All right, guys.
Secrets.
I'm gonna close this down, and I'm gonna see you guys next week. Real quick, Carla, having fun, is gonna host the after party for the show. So go show her some love over on her channel, hang out, and say hi. And next week, guest, we are gonna have some Ohio entrepreneurs that has a new cooking apparatus out for poultry called Turbo Trusser. Make sure you stop by next week, 9:00 Eastern Standard Time, and check it out. And I'll talk to you guys later. I love you. And peace.
Mount up,
Later,
baby.
guys.
Hey, everybody.
Mount up.
All right. Later.
Good meeting.